Hey guys, it is our team call. I'm so excited for tonight. We are going to be talking about some subjects that I'm really excited about. We're going to respect everybody's time, and we're just going to jump right into it. So this is August, and if you've been around for more than maybe 18 months, you know that there is an upper echelon trip that is able to be earned. It's called Emerald Extravaganza and Diamond Destination tax right onto that. And so we have potentially basically from August of a year, right, into July 31st of the next year to qualify for it. And if you've never qualified for Emerald Extravaganza, you are in luck. You only have to hit it one time and then you get to go. So you got to hit it one time. And then you get to go to Mayakoba in 2026. And I will tell you right now, I have chills already because it is the best trip experience I've ever had, besides the very first one, which was the Grand Wailea in Hawaii. And if we ever go back to that, I encourage you, if you have children, you take your children. I never did that and I felt like I made a mistake. So, anyway, we're in a brand new season of qualification, and we have you. If you've never hit that rank before, you have an entire calendar year basically to do it, and we're here to support you doing that. And so, if that is something that's on your heart or something that gives you a little glimmer, we talk about glimmers all the time. I want you to just glimmer right on down the road with us, and I'm so excited about it. So, we're just going to walk through this. Walk through my kind of list here. I'm going to mention something and I'm going to come back around to that at the end. But we are going to be discussing some icon mapping, and I'm going to do it, but I'm also going to put a pin in this, and I'm going to be able to come back to you with signage that I thought was going to be in my inbox today. When I announced that this was the subject matter, I thought that it was going to be to me. So I don't know if everybody is aware, but I'm actually was chosen as a diamond trainer for the Senior Gold Fly-In, which is happening this week. And I'm so excited. And I got to formulate the content, and it's going to be so, so good. And guess what? You're on my team. So I'm going to share it with you for you don't have to go down there. You don't have to be senior gold. And I'm excited and all the things. And maybe you're past senior gold and you're like, man, I wish I could have this. So I have every intention of sharing that. If I don't ever want to keep anything that I'm doing from you guys, but I will tell you that this is going to be a subpar delivery because I do not have what I want to have, which is I had asked for some mapping, some basic visuals. So we're gonna put a pin in this. We're gonna do it again. We're not going anywhere. We're all gonna be around. So I'm gonna share some numbers though. So if you're somebody that wants to use this and kind of get popping with this. Really, so the senior gold fly-in is basically somebody who's hit senior gold recently, and the training that I'm doing is how to kind of what's happening in that time of your business, but also to double down and get to Ruby because you get to go to that Rubies on the Rise training, which is so super fun. So that's the idea. So put a pin in my icon mapping or my Ruby mapping. I'm going to talk about that. So tomorrow night, I'm going to be training live. I'm excited about doing that. I really am excited about talking about our boards app. And I'm going to try to figure out how to go live on my daughter's iPad so that I can show you on my phone just more of the boards, because I feel like the more time that we get away, I really like to use the the times we have already built into the calendar for these really intentional subjects that are kind of hitting everybody at this time. So I don't like to add a ton of different, times that we meet. So I'm really trying to utilize and just kind of use that Monday night time for that. So the boards training, hoping that that is successful. Wish I could go live on my laptop. I cannot. So I'm going to be figuring that out. The girls are going to have all day tomorrow to help mommy figure that out. And I'm really excited. So that's what we're going to work on If for some reason I'm not able to do that and hold up my phone, I have a photographic memory, and I'm going to be able to walk you through it like Rain Man, basically, guys. So don't worry. That's a skill that I have. So boards training tomorrow. If you have new teammates that have not been added into Dreaming of Diamond, tomorrow is the day. If you could do it tonight or tomorrow, this would be a great time for you to reach out to people. Oh, mirror my phone. Okay, I'm gonna look at that in a minute. Reach out to people who this is a great time to take a temperature on if they were interested in the business. Like, hey, I know that we've talked about you potentially doing this. We actually have a training that's going to be happening tomorrow night or later on tonight about really an app that gives a lot of information that makes this a no-brainer. And the thing is, we've been super blessed with that boards app. Jody has really utilized that app, or she's really, excuse me, really been thoughtful around how she's added content to it, and it becomes an immersive experience. And that's what I'm going to be talking about tomorrow. So if you guys have anyone that is new to sharing or new to boards, you haven't introduced it, guys, I get it. Like, we have to fold in some of this information, right? We cannot do just the fire hose method with people. It does not work with most people. And so we have to just kind of fold it in. So thinking about being thoughtful around who is in that, who you've maybe not before invited to Monday night, who could come to Monday night tomorrow and really get a value add for their business. So reminder that we have a $20 off for our new VIPs, and also any white lines. And Dina messaged me right away after I said white lines. She goes, do I need to know what a white line is? And so I'm going to explain what a white line is. A white line, and that is a very legacy term that doesn't even make sense anymore. I just want you guys to understand. It does not even make sense. A long time ago, when the dinosaurs that are on the call started with this company, we had color coding, okay, in the virtual office. And so if somebody, I'm going to get this wrong, if somebody was, the white line was basically they didn't have a sub in place and they had zero PV. Okay, that's the white line. I'm losing touch of the other colors. I think a green and a blue were involved, but I'm not exactly. Anyway, listen. I'm such a nostalgia person. Bring them back, right? For me, I'm like, bring it back. That would do everything for just my little, I don't like that change. So I would welcome it back. But anyway, that's what that is. So what that means to you, obviously, you're not looking at different colored lines. So if somebody doesn't have a subscription in place, maybe they ordered that one time and they've never fallen in love with anything. You don't know that they're planning to order this month, or maybe they, maybe they, well, yeah, subscription in place, or they've just at zero PV, right? Or, maybe they've got their subscription kicked out. Basically, this is your opportunity to use the $20 off as a tool, a reason to reach out and to say, hey, I've noticed that you've stopped ordering. I noticed that you don't have an order in place. I noticed that it's been a minute, right? And what I want you to do is I want you to normalize getting into your getting into your virtual office. And if you see a zero PV, you see somebody hasn't ordered, nothing's in, subscriptions not in place, click on their profile, look at their order history, get familiar. Okay, is it convenient? Is it the easiest thing? Yeah, you could say that it's like, oh, this is like taking time and this is doing this. Guys, if you had a brick and mortar, you'd be working way harder. Okay. So what I want to invite you to do is get to know that virtual office, look at that ordering history, look and see what they've ordered. You might go in and, sometimes our brains do things with people and we think, oh, they've been active. Look at it. And you might go, oh God, they ordered in 3 months. Oh my gosh, they haven't ordered in 6 months. What's, we're human beings, right? You're not going to hit everybody with the best customer service every time. And what I love about what we talk about is the only thing that makes anything right is just getting that person back on product, right? helping them fall in love with something. It's easy to fall in the sword. For me, it's easy to fall in the sword and be like, you know what? I feel like I didn't check in like I could have, and I feel like you may have not fallen in love the way you could have. Could you share a little bit about your experience? How did it go? Right? They're going to say anything, any innumerous amount of, details to their personal life or what's been happening or how the products went. They could go, you know what? I never took it. And you're like, today's the new day. Did you like what you had before? And they're like, I really couldn't get into it. And you're like, listen, we might be able to get your money back for what you ordered, and let's start you on something that's easier. A lot of times, if you don't walk people through, especially, I don't know, I've said this for years, the people who I work with tend to be women who are super busy. And I think we're all super busy, right? Like, but I mean, the ones that believe they're super busy, the ones that live in that energy of I'm super busy. And so, what it comes down to is I can be my best by serving them by saying, tell me about your routine. Did you work it into your routine? Did it work out? Tell me more about where you're put these products in your house, right? I mean, I've gone so far as to really been like, okay, what's your nighttime routine like, right? When I'm getting them started, what's your nighttime routine? Oh, and they describe it. I'm like, I'm gonna let you pick. Either you put it on your bedside table or you put it in your bathroom, and wherever you have it, or wherever it's going to be in that line of sight. And I tell them, I've been taking these products for almost 12 years. If I don't have it in my line of sight, I still struggle. It's not a anything about anything, right? So anyway, back to the top of this. And I have a grocery delivery coming, you guys. I had no idea this was coming right now. I'm gonna pause for just a second. Um, when he gets out, I'm so sorry. I have to show my ID. But the point of this is anybody who is not in love with the product, anybody who has not got a subscription in place, they can get that $20 off. And we don't do this a ton. We really, really don't, because we like love to help people, get started brand new, and we love to help them, get a subscription in place right away. But the truth is we can have our very best intentions. It doesn't always work. It doesn't mean that they're a lost cause. It doesn't mean that they're never coming back. It doesn't mean any of those things. But I love to offer this $20 off because it gives you an excuse to reach out. It gives you an excuse to drop into curiosity and give them the opportunity to really just, think about, how did it go? How was it? All those things. So anyway, I just wanted to mention that. We have that opportunity, and we have it until the end of tomorrow. So I know that how weekends are. I know it's a Hail Mary. I know how it goes, but we really usually launch into attack on Sunday nights and into Monday. So I'm loving that that's going to last for that. So reminder that we've got that group all in August. So I want to, as you're working your business, I want to give you the opportunity to remember, if somebody has ordered, you guys, if they ordered last month, they can be in that group. Okay. Really, they're supposed to be ordering nowish, okay, too, as well. Like, we wanted the order last month, we want the order this month. I love using these kind of things as a sale leverage, but what I really love is a value add and just a customer appreciation idea, right? We do a lot for people that, I feel like when we can offer regular, customers things, that they're regular orderers, when we can offer that, I think that that's a really good thing, because there's a lot for people who aren't active. There's a lot for new people, but the regular orderers, that's kind of a thank you for being here. Do you want to be in this? You can earn prizes, all that kind of thing. And I just want to do a little shout out. If you are somebody that is adding people into that group, shoot me their names, because I approve them. And with these groups, so I've been blessed to fall into the nest of these big, this big group. But guys, I mean, there can be like, 120 requests in there, and I will sometimes search and be like, who do I have mutual friends? Who do I have this? Who's answered the questions? But we never know. Okay. Um, so anyway, making sure that you do that. So as a recap, we're really getting observant about who has ordered for us. Maybe that's what you want to work on tonight. Just a little blurb. Hey, you're qualified for this already. I'd love to add you in. Could you get excited about this? They may or may not answer you and move on down the path. Again, those are deepening the sales strategies that you don't have to pay for. We don't have, I mean, I contributed, but it was a very minimal cost, guys. This is a really big, it's a great value add for how it went. Okay, so obviously Tuesday, I don't know if you guys were able to see the post. I know I'm rifling through some things, but I just want to get us lined out. Some new things are coming. So there are 2 Tuesday power hours that the company's offering. 2 powerhouses at noon. It's Emily Roberts. At 7:30, it is Jill Renfro. These are great opportunities to attend. Okay, these are not always offered, but what I love about them, and I was able to do one, so I realized that there is guidance, there is a process. So if you've got somebody, again, if you've got somebody new, it is a safe place to send them and be like, they're going to teach you what to do. This is going to be brand new advice. I mean, our team in the past like 60 days has totally transformed the face of what our team looks like. So people you're inviting are probably not going to have attended my power hour. Okay. I'm just being honest. Or probably not going to, I think Chris Rosenkrantz was the last one that they did because that was when I clicked on the link. It was me and her. And so, I don't know the rhyme or reason of when they're offering these, but I wanted to lean us into it. And then Thursday, we have that company, product call. And here's what was said to me. And this is the reason I'm sort of re-excited about this. I had a brand new girl that had joined me off of a boosted reel that I did in Instagram. She happens to be local. She joined, she'd been in network marketing, and I just Hail Mary. I didn't know if she was going to join or not. I was like, come to the product call, like, want to do it? And she's like, sure. I sent it to her, and here's what she said. She said, that is the most impressive introduction call I've ever been to, and I've been involved in several MLMs. So I want to encourage you, it's a safe place to send your people. It is not an overkill. It is a deepening the sale. Again, reminder that a lot of what we do are just continuous invitations. It is not a bad idea. Okay, difficult customer, Thursday. Someone who hasn't said yes, Thursday. Someone who's ready to build the business, Thursday. That's who you want to send because it's a safe message. It is a replay. Again, it's Emily. I don't know. She's on this loop for this next 7 days. I don't know what happened, but it's her and her husband. Again, that's a great thing. Watch it with your hubbies, too. I know that Scott's gonna be on there, and I feel like anytime we can have a polished gentleman on there, that's a good time to really get our guys involved. So that is, I felt like we had like a lot of kind of to-dos or action items. I want to walk through quickly this mapping. And I know, and I told you, we're putting a pin in this. We're going to do it better next time, but I didn't want to not follow through on what I said. This icon program is the way for duplication. It's the way for duplication because here's why. It's already laid out and it's already an attractive offer that doesn't have anything to do with our team, it's happening. It's already happening. And it's important that we invite people to it. But here's why I love it too, is that how many times has somebody joined you and you're like, what do I tell them to do? What do I say? What do I do? And this guides us. It drives the conversation. Yes, they're going to get all those benefits. If you're not aware of all the benefits that are going to come with Icon, you guys, it's that free shipping, right? The quicker that you get it in this year, you get it the rest of this year, and then all of 2026. I mean, hello. Like that's amazing. I mean, how many, and it's 150 USD. I was worried that it was 150 PV, but it's 150 USD. Very easy for us to get there. That's triplex in another product, for example. Jody says there's a board folder with it. course there is. She's so perfect with that. Okay, so we got that. And I'll be covering that tomorrow. I did not know that there was a folder for that. So thank you, babe. And so just remembering too that a lot of times we feel inequipped to duplicate because we don't know how to drive that conversation. Icon is the way. So I want to remind you that when you become an icon yourself, you have either, as you're brand new, you've either grown to 160 points, okay, which is 440, about 450 residual money, okay, or or you've added that on to wherever you're at. So let's say you had an amazing foundation of 100 points. You go icon, you are have naturally gone to senior gold by duplication and developing leaders. And you don't have to have some broad stroke strategy on how to be really convincing. You're just talking about the icon program. Like, here's what I'm doing. Here's what can happen. You're going to earn. And I'm missing the amount of money that I did not pull the amount of money that they'll initially earn, because basically silver, senior silver, gold, and typically that happens because we've given them a path. Typically it happens in fast start fashion. They've earned about $2,000, and then the residual money is about 450. And we know so many people that could bless, you guys. And so when we have the program to drive the conversation, sky's the limit. I think we have a lot of very powerful leaders that sometimes feel they don't know how to say it. They're like, I'm good to go. I'm ready to go. I'm locked and loaded. But like, you know what I mean? And this is just the answer to that. And that's what I think is so super amazing. So reminder again, when you grow to icon yourself, you've increased your points 160. Imagine you helping other people do that, right? And so I just want to mention there were a couple pathways that we had, and I will, this will be better later, but think about someone going from zero, going icon themselves 160, developing two icons, right? So those two senior silvers, you've sold them on the icon program. Okay. Okay. And then one extra senior silver on your level one, you are a ruby. That's how fast that happens. You're ruby. Okay, like it's not just it's very. And so imagine, if you will, you have been around the block a time or two and you're like, I'm ready for a business rebirth, I'm ready for all the things, I'm ready for newness. Icon. Imagine just saying, I'm going to go icon and I'm going to develop two icons. Well, you would have grown 460 points. I know so many people on the team that would push them over into Emerald. And so imagine doing it and then doing it. Game over. like it's so perfect. It's so easy. And so I want you to just see that. So the other thing is, now this is what I've pulled for this group that I'm going to be training. So they're 250. Well, we're pretending they have 250 points, right? They go icon, they're already at 410 points, right? Then they develop two senior silvers on their first leg, on their first level. So they do it themselves. They're already knocking on the door. Okay. Then they are already working with people who want to be icon themselves. And so again, it drives the conversation naturally because you don't have to figure out how to make this attractive. Hey, guess what's happening? We have a program that really sets you up for success. I'll tell you about the money that you can make like initially with it. But the other thing that's really great is when you do it, you set yourself up to go to Cancun with us in February. Like, I would love for you to do that. And so the brilliance of the timeline of this is so special, right? Because what happens is think about it like this, and think this is my strategy brain. So they've already set us up to be driving toward getting ready to earn Cancun. We already have the talking point around it, but think about it like this. As soon as that contest is over in December and we crest into January, all of a sudden we're talking about how can you be icon by convention? How can you do that? And I bet you that there's some kind of an amazing offer tacked onto this. I don't know what it is. I am privy to nothing. I promise. I want to be privy, but I'm not. But I just know how it works. And I feel like the timing of this program has been so incredible and genius. In my mind, it's absolutely genius. And what I saw it do with my team, right? And I am blessed to say I've had leaders on my team with me for 10 years. I mean, that is a big deal. I feel very proud of that. But what it's done is given us something new to be excited about, a direction to drive people into, a success model that says you're going to make this money and you're going to help other people make this money. And guess what? You're going to keep growing your business. And that's why it's magic. And I like am just like, if I could get an icon tattoo, I would. I'm not going to. I make really bad tattoo decisions. So I'm not going to be doing that. But if I were to get one, it might be icon. I don't know. I don't know. So again, you guys, I love you so much. I'm excited about this week. I know this week we're going to keep having daily giveaways. You know, how it starts at the beginning of the month is just like everybody's meeting and everybody's playing and everybody's excited. So, you know, sometimes when those things happen, I feel like, you know, we're just trudging through that, all that mindset stuff and all those plans and how's it going to work and how's it going to come together. And I love that too. It's such a beautiful thing. So, reminder that, you know, Monday's tomorrow, please think about people to drive into our team page to learn about boards, you know, and that will be available, for a long time. I think it's available for 30 days. I love when people can, you know, get fresh with it so that they can ask questions. Again, our $20 offer new and existing people who need to fall in love. And here's the other thing. This is what's coming. As soon as we crest into Tuesday, we're going to be asking everybody who took a $20 code to refer, to post. We're going to have messaging around that. We're going to have a way to turn that into more, right? So maybe you've gotten that one order and they've decided that they're going to order again, but we're going to go turn it into two. And maybe we're going to turn it into four if they can go silver and get excited about that. So that's the idea and the strategy behind that. Again, I love using those groups just as a value add and a thank you for our current customers who are happy. So don't be afraid to get them into there. Shoot me the names so I can approve them. Tuesday power hours, Thursday corporate call. I'm going to come up for air. Anybody have any questions? All right. Love you guys so much. I cannot wait to see what happens this week. I cannot wait. And I'm going to be channeling every ounce of security that I have in my team to do this thing on Friday. I'm so nervous. So anyway, I already have my outfit. So that was, you know how it goes. I was worried about that. So anyway, all right. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Love you so much.